The Warriors, they would not be the franchise that they are today without the legend, Al Attles. He spent more than 6 decades as a player, coach, general manager, most recently team ambassador. Attles passed away yesterday surrounded by his family at his Bay Area home. ABC 7 News reporter Ryan Curry now with a look at his life and profound legacy.
I never imagined my name would become synonymous with the Warriors throughout my 60-year odyssey.
Only 6 Warriors have their jerseys retired. Al Attles is one of them. In a franchise of champions, he is held in the highest regard.
I've always called Al Attles the noblest warrior of them all. You know, he coached, he played for the team, he coached the team, he was in the front office.
Attles is a former player and coach who led the franchise to its first title since moving to the Bay Area in 1975. Former Chronicle sports writer Chuck Nevius says Attles broke barriers with the league.
This is one of the first black coaches in the NBA. This didn't happen. Black coaches were not hired. Black players played, but there weren't black coaches. And it wasn't easy for him, I know.
A Warrior through and through down to his core. He was drafted by the team in 1960 when they were in Philadelphia. He followed them back west and stayed with them well after he was done playing and coaching. It was the longest stint with one franchise in the history of the NBA.
But in terms of personifying what it meant to be an NBA player, an NBA coach, a Warrior, I think he was it.
He stayed with the Warriors to be an ambassador after his playing and coaching career. He was seen at the parades when the Warriors won their recent championships. With 557 wins, he is the winningest coach in Warriors history, even more than Steve Kerr, who called Attles a mentor.
And when I became coach here, one of the first things I did was invite him in to speak to the team. And Al is basically Mr. Warrior.
In 2019, he received the highest honor one could get in the sport of basketball.
Ladies and gentlemen, Al Attles.
Humbled, honored, and most grateful to be forever known as a Hall of Famer. Thank you for recognizing me. God bless you all from the bottom of my heart.
With that distinction, Nevius says Attles cemented his legacy.
He's one of those people that you're going to talk about in the history of Bay Area sports. His name's going to come up.
Al Attles, a forever Warrior. In San Francisco, Ryan Curry, ABC 7 News.